Hey guys, this is Lisa, this is Ken, this is In the Life of Lisa, and look, come here.
This is our Saturday sit down.
This is Ruffles. She had to be part of the party. Anyway, Ken, tell them what is story. Let me start by this way.
Sit down.
All right, sit down Saturday or Saturday sit down. Let me tell you what, we have a 15-minute video that we had to trash because I don't know how to edit the ending. And something was said inappropriate for children, and we could not use it. So anyway,
yeah, sort of.
It was inappropriate
for
children. Who cares? We could explain to them one-on-one. But anyway, it was inappropriate for children, and we were matching pajamas, but I got too hot. I had to take mine off. That thumping is Ruffles' tail. And guys, I know we're a little distracted right now. That's Ruffles.
Sit down, Ruffles.
She's like an unruly little bad child tonight, acting up.
Ruffles, lay down.
Okay, seriously,
stop.
Stop.
Lay down, Ruffles. Lay down.
Lay down.
Lay down.
Good.
Good girl. Oh, lay down. Oh.
Here.
She's trying to steal the show.
Yeah, she is. Be fresh. She got snacked. Okay, let's do this again. All right, guys. For people who don't know us, I apologize.
Oh, she put her butt in my face.
Okay, wait. My mouth's not crooked. Hold on, guys. I want to make sure with my husband, my mouth ain't. And I apologize if the camera view is like this, because we can't keep it sideways because it's funny looking at the camera.
Mommy, Lisa has a hard time not knowing where to look. I have no problem at all, but she doesn't want to have it sideways.
But when I talk to somebody, I like to be able to look at them either there or look at
But you're not talking to me. You're talking to the
Doesn't matter.
audience.
And guys, that's such a horrible sinus headache tonight. My God, it feels like one of the worst hangovers. You know, when you used to drink and you used to get a hangover? It feels like a hangover. But there was something early that happened with you. You wanted some windshields. Okay. Anyway,
well, we'll start off. We watched a Saturday Sit Down. We watched a George Clooney movie that he directed called The Midnight Sky. I wouldn't recommend it. I sat through the thing. Lisa didn't want to watch the whole thing, but
it sucked. It was boring. It went nowhere.
It really didn't turn into much, but you know,
some
decent parts.
I don't even know what it was about. Really,
I thought he acted well, but just the movie itself wasn't that great.
I mean, obviously, I know what the movie was about a little bit, but it just never went nowhere. So I don't know what the purpose was. Honestly, it just was like a dead end. So anyway, with that being said, it sucked. I did not like it. 2 thumbs down. Okay. So, anything else you want to say before we move on?
No, that was it. That's the only movie we watched today. So,
can you believe that? Since like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it is 10 something at night. Don't ask what happened besides us wasting 15 minutes on a video that Ken ruined. Anywho, so let's talk about...
not on purpose.
No one said it was on purpose, but he still ruined it.
Christmas memories?
Yeah, we actually had
holiday memories?
We actually had in the mattress, and we actually had a disagreement in there.
We'll talk about the mattress.
We actually had a disagreement in there, too, but can't make up an argument. It was just, well, natural. All right, now let's talk about the mattress last night. Okay, it's hard to explain when you don't know what I'm talking about, but you know how a mattress is wide. Our mattress does not have where you could just flip it and sleep on one side and then flip it and sleep on the other side. There's actually a top and a bottom to our mattress. We happen to have it out of the room because we were waiting for company. Long story short, we were moving it back into our bedroom. So if you were just to slide it in the bedroom and put it in front of the box springs, it couldn't just fall back because it would be backwards. The top of the mattress would be on the box springs, and you couldn't have it that way. So the way Ken wanted to do it was he wanted to rotate the bed twice, turn it twice. My way, you didn't have to rotate the bed at all. You just had to slide it in and lift one end, slide it on the bed, lift the other end, and just let it fall back and fall into place. Yes. So the disagreement was, he was saying we couldn't do it my way, and it was a lot more work to do it my way. No, it wasn't. We touched the mattress one time. Physically, we didn't have to rotate it or turn it. We just slid it in, picked it up, and let it fall naturally onto the bed. Ken's way, we physically had to touch the mattress like 3 times. Yes, we did, and we had to turn it at least.
We didn't have to lift it.
Doesn't matter, but we still had to move it three times,
plop
such
right
three
down.
times.
Okay.
It didn't just plop right down. That's the bottom line. That's the problem. Your way,
I don't even know why we're discussing this subject.
Because we just like Phyllis and Bucky.
Boring.
No, that's not true, because you're wrong.
Okay? Anyways, that was it. That was our disagreement on the mattress.
So, now go ahead. Let's talk about, I guess, because the holidays were here. We just got over with Christmas. Let's talk about,
we had to get together. It was about, how much, counting the grandkids, 10 people.
12.
12. Tina and Teddy and John and Anthony came from Jersey. And we all met. I got together. I rented a VF.
Our 2 sons and their wives.
Our 2 sons and their wives. And Lisa's parents. And Lisa and I, obviously. And I rented a VFW. And nearby. And then we came... all met together because we thought we weren't all going to get together for the actual each holiday because of COVID-19. So we decided to do one day.
Well, that's not true. It's not that we wouldn't get together because of COVID. It's that we thought that's not true either. It had nothing to do with we shouldn't or we should.
In case there was a lockdown.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's why we decided to get together, just because of the restrictions that may take place. So we in the first week or second week, well, before Thanksgiving,
mid-November
or the beginning of November. We decided to celebrate Thanksgiving, Christmas and New Year's. I had the Thanksgiving meal. Tina had the Christmas meal. My mother had New Year's, and my son Vinny and his wife Caroline had the appetizers, and my other son Kenny and his wife Kaylee had the sides. And Kaylee made the chocolate cream pie, and actually Caroline made cannolis and a cheesecake as well.
Needless to say, we had a ton of food.
And then and we were all supposed to stay in our own little territory, our own little holiday. But I ventured out. I stepped into my daughter's holiday and my mother's holiday, even Kaylee's. And then my mother did the same thing. She barged into my holiday and my daughter. So it's just what I guess Italian people do. I don't know. So
it was a nice get together, and we had a good time, really good time. It was a nice place, and
me and Ken and I, we decorated it really pretty and festive. And we had lights everywhere.
Stuff, some Christmas stuff.
Some New Year stuff. And it was just really pretty and just cozy. It was inviting.
It was a nice get together.
Absolutely.
And we did, then we all did our own thing. We were together with Lisa's parents for Christmas.
And Thanksgiving.
And Thanksgiving. And,
and I did not want to cook another
Christmas
big
Eve.
meal. Because for Thanksgiving.
She did.
No, I did not. Not really. But for Thanksgiving, I cooked like we were going to cook for our army. And I've been making allusions to, well, I have a thyroid trouble, really underactive thyroid. And then I took myself off the medication, and I kind of bottomed out, with my numbers. One dropped really low, which spiked the other one high, affected my hair was falling out, the memory. And what else was I going to say about that? Oh, they're trying to find out what's going on. Like, I'm seeing an RA doctor, a rheumatoid, arthritis doctor, because I have aggressive inflammation going on in the body. But anyway, so I was cooking for Thanksgiving, and we always cook for, we're cooking for our army. A lot of food. That's how Italians do. So, and we usually have a 7-course meal. You start out with it doesn't matter what you start out with, but it was a 7-course meal. And I remember the one day I was on my feet, literally 17 hours non-stop cooking. And then you're still cooking the days before and afterwards. And I'll tell you what.
I'll help you out. You know what you always start with? Guess. You know what you always start with?
You're talking to me?
I'm talking to you and them. Do you know what you
don't
always start
talk to
with?
me. I know what we start with because I'm the one who cooks.
The first course.
So get to it.
Go ahead.
No, you... Ha. Okay, I have too much of a headache to laugh. I would say cricket on that one.
Run away.
So do I.
Anyway, my wife cooks every holiday meal just like that movie that Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell were in together called Overboard. That other cricket.
Wait, guys, wait up. Do you hear anything? No.
I hear some faint applause.
Cricket. No, you hear tomatoes being thrown at you. They boo you off the stage.
I'll be here all week.
Okay, nobody else will be. So, all right. So now let's talk about our favorite Christmas. Mine's two. Mine is going to be a favorite childhood Christmas memory, and I'll start by saying one of my favorite Christmas time memories is, either being in our jammies as little kids or not being in our jammies and coming home and getting into our jammies. But running around looking at all the pretty Christmas lights on Christmas Eve. And most importantly, looking for Rudolph's nose up in the sky. And when we saw...
Can you believe a 50-year-old woman says jammies?
So... Cricket again. So... And then looking up in the sky for Rudolph's nose. And the minute we saw a red patch, we knew that was Rudolph. We had to race home because we knew Santa Claus was coming. So either we would just maybe grab a bite to eat and get it into stop. Seriously, because when you tell your story about your stupid root beer. Okay.
What root beer?
Hey, your grandmother's birch beer in the base.
That's not a Christmas memory.
Or your mother's Rudolph soup.
You can't even say it right. Will you please finish your memory?
I can't think about your mother's riddle soup.
It's rice. It's rice and ribble soup.
You're funnier.
That's an old Pennsylvania Dutch recipe.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm back. Okay.
You okay?
No, I'm just don't want to laugh again. So anyway, so that was my memory. Just, you know, with racing home and maybe grabbing one more snack to eat, brushing our teeth, and excitedly getting into bed. But then you lay awake waiting because you want to catch Santa Claus. You want to hear the bells. You want to hear footprints on the roof. You know, like the hoof prints. Well, I don't know if there really would be prints. Oh, but if it snowed, you know what I did one year? Literally, when it snowed, the next day I was smart. And I went outside and I looked on top of my house for the footprints and the slate prints. So, yeah. So, all right, Ken, what's one of your memories?
I just remember my dad was in the military. We traveled around.
Do you want to come closer?
Yeah, close enough. I don't want to scare everybody. We traveled around. I was in the Army, Brad. My dad was in the military for 20 years, so in the Army. So we lived in different houses, you know, quite a few different places. Some places we'd live for 18 months, then we'd move again. So sometimes we spent Christmas wherever we were living, but most of the time I think we traveled back to Williamsport, my parents' hometown, Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and would stay at one of my grandparents' house, and or us kids would stay at our my Aunt Jean and Uncle George. It's on my mom's side. Her aunt and uncle stayed at their house. We always had a good time. They weren't able to have children, so we always had good times there. And I remember when I was young wondering if Santa would know where we were. We moved around so much, but Santa always seemed to find us and stuff. And another good memory I have is our kids always wanted to fight. Lisa was just saying, wanted to see if she could stay awake and catch Santa and see him. My kids actually, you know, as a teen, I think it was all of them, saw Santa in the backyard. It was snowing, and Santa was trying to get away or was running through the yard, and the kids had a swing set. And you know how the slide sticks out farther than the rest of the swing set? Where Santa tripped on the slide, fell flat on his face in the snow. But he got up and kept going.
And tumbled and rolled.
Yes.
But luckily he didn't lose any toys.
Yeah, but
or
he was able to complete his round.
Yeah. So.
Thank goodness. And then and my kids, they saw the Easter Bunny too.
That was Tina, our daughter.
Tina saw the Easter Bunny.
She saw him hopping down the street.
She said he was fat.
Yeah, and he was hopping. He was nearby. So I remember that. She told me she saw him and he was hopping.
Yep.
And
good for them.
And yeah, absolutely, that they actually saw them. I never got to actually catch them in the act, but my kids did.
If you want to share any of your memories with us, go ahead and leave us a comment.
And I won't tell you to subscribe because you want to know something. Obviously, we know why people want you to subscribe. The more subscribers you get, then I guess later on you could get some like kind of deals, paid advertisements and stuff like that. I don't care. I just want somebody to watch me. That's it. And whether you like me or not, leave me a comment and give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I really don't care as long as you do something. But you don't have to subscribe. And there was something else. Oh, you know what I really looked forward to? Christmas morning, going over to my grandmother's house. On Christmas Eve, we went to my father's mother's house. And on Christmas Day, we went to my mother's house, Mom and Pa's house. And they had a huge red Christmas stocking. I mean, big. Had to be like, 5 feet, 6 feet long. And it was like 3 feet, 4 feet wide. It's gigantic. Not like they make today, but it was huge. And Santa Claus went there too. and he would leave the toys for us all filled up in the stocking, and then it was overflowing in on to the floor, and it was just fun. It was exciting. And I think one of my favorite Christmas toys was waking up, and it's funny, we always had our Christmas tree in the living room. This one year we had it in the back room with a den, and I remember this year particularly, my mother put red pretty beads going around. It was on that tree, and when I went into that room and opened up the door, there was a bicycle there for me, all put together and ready and waiting for me to ride it. So that was nice. And then I guess that, you know, the other thing about Christmas is seeing the kids' face. You know, first it was my kids, my 3 kids, and then my 2 grandkids. That's for, well, besides listening, the true meaning of Christmas is the birth of Christ. And I won't get into politics right now and say how it's a pet peeve, and it really angers me that people want to take the word Christ out of Christmas, and we can't say Merry Christmas. Well, the heck to that. I will say Merry Christmas over and over and over, and Jesus Christ, God, our Jesus, our Savior. Absolutely, amen to that. So, I think, oh, wait a minute, someone's beeping in. Sorry about that, guys, it was just my brother real quick. So anyway, so we know what the real meaning of Christmas is, but to go back to the kids, you know, first my kids and my grandkids, it's seeing the magic and the awe in their face when they wake up Christmas morning knowing Santa Claus had come and left presents for them. And seeing how excited they go running down the stairs. I remember we would be just getting into bed. It's sometimes 4 o'clock in the morning, right? And no sooner than we go to Christmas Eve, no sooner did we get to bed, and our kids would be in our bed waking us up saying, Santa Claus came, Santa Claus came. And then we would just get right out of bed and go right downstairs. And I know one year Ken, or maybe 2 years, Ken makes them wait for him to go to the bathroom and get coffee made. Anyway, and I remember my mother always had coffee making, the Christmas music on low, and everyone in their nice little toasty robes, and it was nice. And having the cookies out, you know, when we were opening presents, or a casserole was made. So anyway, long story short, oh, why is he calling again? Hold on, guys. Okay. Sorry, it was my brother again. So I remember one year, I was very, very bad, very fresh with my mouth, and very sassy. And my mother kept warning me that Santa Claus was watching, and that he was not happy, and that he would leave me charcoal. So my favorite part of Christmas was, you have to get back into the frame better. One of my favorite parts of Christmas was, come closer, won't bite.
I'm in.
No, you're not. Stop being rude, and no, you were not. Okay, you were still out a little bit. So the bottom line is, what was I going to say now, Ken?
Talk about the stocking or something.
Okay, the stocking. So one of my favorite parts of Christmas was getting the stocking. You know, after you open up your presents, you race over to the stocking. So it was always something nice in the stocking. And I tear open the wrapping paper, and then there's a piece of foil. I rip open the foil, and it was charcoal. And I cried, and that's all I got in my stocking. And I cried and cried and cried. And my father was actually mad at Santa Claus. And my father was telling my mother that he didn't like what Santa Claus did, and you know, and Santa Claus never should have done that, and why upset me on Christmas morning. And my mother said, well, she warned me to stop being bad, and that's, you know, she was going to tell Santa Claus, and Santa Claus, blah, 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 and that he was going to leave me charcoal. So, anything else you want to say?
Oh, that was, yeah, that must have been devastating getting charcoal.
Well, it could be kind of not about me, about anything.
Well, that was good. I think we shared a lot of good Christmas and holiday memories with everybody.
So you don't want to say anything else? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I don't have any other memories.
It doesn't have to be memories. It could be just anything. Just sports tomorrow.
Well,
the Giants have to beat Dallas.
I think I told my one son, I'll tell the world, but I am just now getting over my illness I had, because I had to root for Dallas last weekend. I've never rooted for the Cowboys before. And now we have to root for the Eagles to beat the Washington football team. And, of course, our New York Giants have to beat the Dallas Cowgirls tomorrow. And so, fingers crossed they do, because that way, you know, that's how they get into the playoffs. Even though everybody has a sucky record in that division, you know, you still got to root for your team all the way through. So that's what we'll be doing. And Lisa's parents are coming over tomorrow to watch football with us and eat some food, and should be a good time.
I just wonder if I should just get snippy and snotty with you for no reason out of the blue.
Why?
Just like you do.
I wasn't snippy and snotty.
You are. People watch the video. They could see you snapped when I said get back into the frame. I don't know why you do that.
Because I can see myself.
But I can see we're off frame a little bit.
Well, I'm in, and you're in it. Everything's good.
I don't care if everything's good. That's not the point.
Why bring it up? It's past history.
No, not true.
It's water under the bridge.
No, not true.
Oh, yes.
Not really.
It is what it is.
So, no, this is not President Clinton. But it is. So yeah, absolutely. Go Giants all the way. I'm a true blue Giants girl. And true blue Yankees fan. You know, I'm not a Jerseyan transplant. I was born and raised in Jersey. That's my home.
My sympathies.
And hey, you don't want to totally be Giants fan. You're the one who bounced around
I
from home to
adopted
home.
them. Not my fault.
Okay, well, hey. It's not my fault I had one stable, steady home.
It's fine.
Okay,
it takes all kinds around the world.
Hey, that's okay. Absolutely, man.
Okay.
Wow.
30+ years.
Well, longer than that, obviously, but yep, too long. Anyway, I guess that's it. Nothing else to say?
That's it. No, I think we did good for a Saturday sit down.
Saturday sit down, I like that.
I know.
Or Saturday Follies, but I like Saturday sit down.
Saturday has to pick up the same letter.
Okay, Saturdays. Like Monday Moments and Tuesday Tidbits? Or Tidbit Tuesdays?
What was Wednesday?
Nothing for Wednesday.
Okay.
There was nothing for Thursday or Sunday. Okay,
We'll figure it out.
All right, guys. Well, hey, until the next time.
Nice. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Good night.
Stay healthy and be safe.
Yes.
Happy New Year.
Above.
Guys, that was 22 minutes of rambling and 22 minutes of your life that you will not get back. But that's okay. And Ruffles wants to say goodbye, too. She came back. Like, oh, okay. Wait, want a hug? Come here. What? Oh, okay, wait. She likes huggies. I just love my pets so much. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. All right, bye, guys. Good night.